Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another daily energy draw. We are talking to the dragons today with the Dragon Oracle deck. So let's get right into it. Yesterday was a bit of a longer recap and reading. Beautiful message coming forth for the collective, but let's get into it. Let's get right into it today and see what do the dragons have to say to us. All right, Spirit, what do you have to say for us for today, for Tuesday? Oh, yeah. Okay. We have the black dragon from Saturn. It says, brings you wisdom through spiritual discipline. Concentrate. Focus on your ultimate vision. Congratulate yourself. You have passed a test. I want to call you guys to yesterday's daily. The last few minutes, that was the energy that was coming in. I'll get to that in a second, the bottom of the deck. This is the energy that was coming in. It was hold the vision. Hold the vision, not only for your life, but for the collective, what it is that you want to create, how you want to see the world shift and evolve and change. It's not just a utopia. It's not just a fantasy, something in books and fairy tales and in Hollywood films. They bring me to this, the movie Avatar. A lot of people were emotionally invested in it, were emotionally upset when they watched that movie because there was this feeling of longing. There was this feeling of this is what life could be, this utopia, and the destruction that came from that. Well, a lot of that was triggering past life memories in Lemuria and Atlantis. Even I'm hearing galactic, with the galactic war of a lot of starseeds, home planets. When there was a war, there was a lot of destruction. So that movie was triggering for a lot of people, but it also invoked this sense of longing of we can have that utopia again. We can have that Eden. We want that for ourselves. We want the lion to lay with the lamb. We want to live in a world that is environmentally friendly and that is, I'm hearing open sourced. So I'm not quite sure what that means, but open sourced. And also that is just loving, that is compassion, that is peace filled. We have lived centuries and centuries and centuries in a society, in a timeline that had been very war driven, divisive, conflict riddled. And all of us have been, well, most of us have been longing for peace, for harmony, for love, for compassion to rise. The greater collective, that is what the greater collective has in their hearts been longing for. It was just fear that has suppressed that. Fear that had held them back. Fear that had said we can't have any other reality. Well, through this ascension process, we're realizing, hey, we get to create our own reality. We get to choose. We get to say that this is what we want for ourselves. We want better for ourselves. We want better for the collective. We want better for the planet. I'm also hearing the planet deserves better. We deserve better. And so that's this energy of hold the vision, hold that vision, because it's not just some faraway fantasy. We're building this and grounding this right here, right now. Through this ascension process, we're seeing so many of the old systems dismantled right now, crumbling, shifting, changing. That is the step to creating the new. And guess what? We are holding the paintbrush with our intentions, with our visions, with the mindset of love and peace and harmony, because of the work that we have done to clear out the old grids, the old templates of fear and conditioning and patterns and addictions and habits and control and manipulation and conflict and drama and gossip and on and on and on. We've cleared out that old grid. That's the work that we've been doing on the ascension process. And it started with you. It started with me. It started with us. It started with the individual. You clear that out individually within yourself, and that has a ripple effect on the collective. So all of us who are on this ascension journey and the spiritual awakening journey, even those you might not consider or think are on spiritual awakening or ascension journeys, they really are. I mentioned this in the Starseed reading. I'll drop that link in the description box below. Check that out as well. Everybody is going through this process of ascension and awakening because the globe, the planet, is collectively awakening. And so they might not be consciously aware of it. They might not use these same terms. They might not be aware that they are having dragons around them or that they have their spirit team around them guiding them, but they are still going through this ascension process, this awakening process as well. And all it is the embodiment of more and more love, more and more self awareness, more and more compassion and kindness and peace. And so we really are leading the way, being of that higher consciousness. I don't want to say it like that. Um, Being conscious of the journey, we really are leading the way because we are aware of the healing that is taking place collectively. And we are holding the vision as we anchor in that new earth energy. And so maintain that vision, keep holding that vision. This is what we're here for. It's for what's happening right here, right now. We have been through the darkness, transmuting for the collective. All of that darkness into light as we heal ourselves, as we know ourselves, as we are aware of ourselves, especially the shadow sides. The more we are aware of this, of ourselves, the more we're transmuting for the collective, the more we are rooting in, anchoring in this new earth consciousness. And so this is what it was for. This is what the journey has been for, because you feel that transformation within yourself. Now, they brought me to the bottom of the deck here. It says, Golden Christed Dragon brings you higher love so that you embody the Christ light. Absorb the Christ light. You are protected. Expand your heart and remain fifth dimensional. This is that whole division as well. This is what you're here for. You're here for the embodiment. You're here to be the example, be the leading light of love and compassion and kindness, not from a place of spiritual ego, not from a place of superiority. Everybody plays a role. Everybody is on their path. But you are paving the way, leading by example for others to do the same. It's really important to understand that it's not a place of superiority. You are not better or worse than anybody. Everybody has their own path and their own timing for their own soul's growth and evolution. But for those of you who are aware and awakened on this ascension journey, you really have been paving the path and transmuting for the collective to be able to embark on their own spiritual awakening and ascension journey for themselves. And the more people who do this, the more the entire collective is shifting, and it is shifting. So be the embodiment of that Christos Sophia's consciousness. Be the embodiment of the light. Be the embodiment of love. Just keep leading from example and keep doing your work, because it's working. It's working. It is here. We have birthed new earth. We have birthed that higher dimensional consciousness. We have shifted dimensions. And now we're just anchoring it in. We are creating now. We are creating together. And so keep anchoring it in, keep embodying this, because it has a ripple effect. It really, really does. All right, you guys, they're pulling back. A really beautiful message from the dragons today. We'll be back tomorrow with some more. I'm sending you guys so much love, so much light, and we'll see you then. Bye.